For me, wind energy it's the way of the future. As the world changes, as climate change picks up, we're going to be forced to move away from greenhouse gases and oil and any kind of energy that emits carbon. So having the opportunity to do a project like this is something that I was happy to be a part of, and that I'm proud that we were able to complete it, and it's something that my community can be proud of. All right, now that everybody's seen. When I was first elected chief, at that time we were a broke community. We were in third-party management. Nobody wanted to do business with us. Banks didn't want to lend us money. So we were in a tough position, and it seemed like there was no hope. Probably about a month or two into my first term as chief, I got a call from one of our community members, which is also a consultant. And he said, "Look, Chief, there's this renewable energy company. They're looking for partners to bid on a program through MB Power for wind energy. They want an Indigenous partner. Are you interested?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm interested."
In 2015, Natural Forces was looking around the province for First Nation partnerships. In our search, we found Chief Ross and his council. They were also looking to get into the green energy space. And so that was the start of a great relationship, which has now culminated in 6 years later into a wind farm.
My name's Tana Perry. I'm the band manager for Neqotkuk First Nation, also known as Neqotkuk First Nation.
How does it feel to be here today?
It's a mixture of emotions, from ecstatic to happy to a relief, and it's been a whirlwind, pun intended. This revenue is going to go back into our community and feed those gaps that are there now and allow us to flourish and say, now we can put a housing plan into place that's going to fit the needs of our community. We can now put a water treatment plant in place that's going to fit the needs of our community long term for the next 30 years.
This is a newly grubbed area that will be the first phase of a planned 200-unit subdivision that will help address our homeless needs here in the community.
How would you describe the demand for housing right now here?
Right now our backlog is over 200.
Families?
Yes, yeah.
Waiting for a place to live?
Waiting for a place to live.
What are they doing in the meantime?
They're doubling up in homes. They're staying with family members.
What does that do to a community in terms of spiritual health?
I'm sure it contributes to a lot of the other problems that we have within the community, because if you don't have a good place to lay your head down or come home and do your homework or a place to invite your friends over after school, it's a hereditary, you know, it's an ongoing problem.
When did Neqotkuk go into third-party management, and when did they come out? Do you know those exact?
Yep.
Okay.
2007.
2007.
And we came out in 2000. We were there 12 years. Everything got just shut right down. It set us back 12 years. So what this team has really done is set a path forward in a good way. I mean, you've seen a lot of the new builds that are going up. So we got people moving home. This is really good for us, right? Like, there's so much activity. This wasn't here 6 years ago, Rachel, when I got here.
We've always struggled with funding gaps from federal provincial governments. It's never going to be enough, and I don't think it will ever be enough to provide for our communities, the needs of our communities. So the only way to get around that is to build a economic revenue producer, and try and build our own source revenue to a point where we don't have to always rely on federal and provincial funding to meet the needs of our community. Put it this way, the community should see, on an annual basis, $800,000 to $1.2 million a year, and our community is going to be receiving those returns for 30 years, way past beyond my tenure.